everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play clock winding down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 27 yards that time. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Sanu, the man in motion left. On first down, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, for the Giants defense here, looking forward to next season, what do they need to improve and where are they solid?
I think that they'll want to continue to get better at the linebacker position. I think they want to add another pass rusher because Olivier Vernon, who's a free agent pickup in 2016, did a tremendous job coming off the edge. I thought they really shored up the interior with Damon Harrison, a defensive tackle. Landon Collins played at an MVP level on the defensive side of the ball as safety, and Janoris Jenkins became an eraser out on the corner.
To throw again is Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and it's second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. In motion left, the tight end. Throwing again, Ryan. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his...
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So third and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
On third and goal, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Manning to Beckham, a big play there. 52 yards.
Well, that's the kick starter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, that's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
To Vereen out in the flat. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Buying time to his left. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Rashad Jennings taking it in. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Jennings. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So now 1st and 15. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there.
then flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast, then it move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold those, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the getting bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my before that goal. I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. We are. CNN, this is ghetto editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio. Platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest. They blow your mind like.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Manning's Giants going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from Atlanta. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. They're going to run this with a tight end. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And the play clock's running down. Look at this, a tight end carry. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
They give it off here to the tight end. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The carry here for the big tight end. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long. Coming up. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 1st down, Manning. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And the wideout in motion. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Manning to Beckham, a big play there. 51 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. This is Jennings. Fighting him off. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll get this one. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ryan, he completes it to Julio Jones. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Falcons a 1st down. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Giants will go. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Gabriel, the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And on 2nd and 10 now. They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Gabriel, the man in motion.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Second and 10 now. Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
First down and goal to go from the 7. They run. Devontae Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Giants ready to come out now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he motions the wide receiver. Manning will try again on second down. Underneath for Jennings. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Manning. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Able to find Harris, complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Roger Lewis from 3 yards out. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And
Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the brink of the light.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Manning's Giants going up against Ryan's Falcons. So let's get over to the ATL, Atlanta. Standing by our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Get up! On! Check. Crunch. Slam. 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And Jones has it over the middle. He got 29 yards that time.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Atlanta.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tamme.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tamme shows better athleticism than what people expect.
In motion left, Robinson. Now Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Gabriel, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Ryan. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 30 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Manning now on first down. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manning to throw on second down. Underneath for Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell. An extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better. They're
just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15 and a half and also had 6 forced fumbles.
And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Now Manning throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On third and long, it's Manning. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go for it. It's Manning. He's going to air one out. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long when the lights come on. thing. We on the same page cause we sippin' the same drink. Now here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Aldine and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight.